Action from last night's game after the 3-run home run by David Ortiz, his 17th of the year. Jason Varitek makes it 4-0 with an RBI single off James Shields, one of the 2 RBIs in the night for Varitek. Then in the 8th, with the Red Sox leading 6-1, Bill Hall gets in the act with his 6th home run of the season, a 2-run shot off Andy Sonnenstein. The 2 combined for 4 RBIs, after which Bill Hall spoke about all the injuries.
You know, we've had some tough injuries, but, if we sit back and, think about those injuries or cry about those injuries, we're not going to play good baseball. And, guys stepped up, continue to play with what we've been playing for a while now, and it's just a lot of fun.
Well, a new night tonight for the Red Sox, and they send Daisuke Matsuzaka to the hill. Always tough to figure out what's going to happen with Daisuke. Tough to figure out his patterns. One pattern, though, is happening lately. First inning trouble for Daisuke Matsuzaka. Daisuke's first inning ERA is 14. His earned run average over the rest of the game is 2.6. The opponent's average is over 200 points lower after the first inning. Also much better after the first inning is the walks. He has just 5 more walks in 36 more innings than he has in the first inning alone. Daisuke has allowed runs in the first inning in 5 of his 9 starts on the season. We're getting ready for Game 2 of the series. We're back with more from Fenway Park right after this. Beautiful night in Boston. It's Game 2 of this KL East battle between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome back inside the broadcast booth as we get ready for Game 2. Well, Adrian Beltre back at third base for the Red Sox tonight. Heading into this season, we didn't know what to expect from afar in Seattle. Certainly a guy who was very good defensively. We know he had 48 home runs at one point, but it was hard to imagine how consistent he would be this season. We break down the numbers for him month to month, and it's been dramatic for him so far this year. While the average has been steady all season, it's really taken off this month, in part due to the current 5-game hitting streak, where he's hitting .556. While the average has been consistent all season, the power numbers keep on going up. His 7 home runs this month are more than he had in his first 2 combined. His 4-hit game last night was his second of the season and gave him 11 multi-hit games this month. His manager, Terry Francona, loves the consistency that he's displayed.
When guys are free swingers like Adrian is, they usually can get real hot, but they can also get cold because they swing at a lot of pitches. This guy has taken it for 2 months and he's hitting everything in sight. And his biggest fear is not playing. Every time he sees one of us walk by, he's scared to death that we're going to say you got a day off. Because we did that a few times in April, and I actually don't think it helped him. So we just go ahead and let him play. He's been great.
Well, tonight, Adrian Beltre will be facing Matt Garza, and he's got great numbers against Garza. In fact, he hits .438 against him. With more on Matt Garza, here's the third member of our broadcast team, Heidi Watney. Heidi?
Well, Don, Matt Garza has had a tremendous amount of success here at Fenway Park. He's 5-2 with a 2.81 ERA. I talked to his manager, Joe Madden, not only about his success against the Red Sox, but the entire AL East he seems to be dominant against. Madden says Garza really gets up for these big games.
All I want is aggressiveness out of him. I think when he gets into trouble, where he's gotten in trouble this year is when he tries to overthink the moment. I prefer when he gets a little bit more primal when he pitches, and I like when he just attacks the zone because I think his stuff is that good. So the recent problems that he's had, I think, have been more of his own doing, whereas he's been trying to get a little bit too smart. Just go out there, be a little bit more primal, and I'll be happy.
Garza's 8 career wins against the Red Sox are tied for the most against any opposing team. Although he didn't fare as well in his last outing against the Sox in St. Petersburg, he gave up 6 runs in 5 innings. All 6 runs were scored off home runs, 2 by Adrian Beltre and 1 from David Ortiz. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. It's Garza, it's Matsuzaka, it's the Rays and Red Sox, and it's next on NESN. Dealers, Dunkin' Donuts, New England Ford dealers, KM Hot Dogs, and by New England Kia dealers. The Red Sox take the field on a beautiful night from Fenway Park for Game 2 of this brief 2-game series. And as the Red Sox take the field, let's check out the Tampa Bay Rays starting 9. Ben Zobrist is in center field leading it off with Carl Crawford in left. It's Evan Longoria at third base. Carlos Pena is at first base with Matt Joyce in right. John Jaso is the DH. He bats sixth with Sean Rodriguez at second base. Kelly Shopik bats eighth. He does the catching. And Jason Bartlett at shortstop bats ninth. On the mound for the Red Sox tonight is Daisuke Matsuzaka. Makes his 10th start of the year. He comes in at 5-2 with a 4.50 earned run average. He's given up 46 hits in 54 innings, and opponents are hitting at .230 against him. Last time out was against the Colorado Rockies. Worked out to be a no decision. Threw a lot of pitches, 105 pitches in 5 innings, giving up 5 hits and 2 runs. He struck out 6 and walked 4. He is 2-4 in his career against the Tampa Bay Rays.
The defense tonight for the Red Sox, they're fifth in the league with 47 errors on the season. Adrian Beltre will be at third base. Marco Scudero, the shortstop. Bill Hall at second, and Kevin Youkilis at first. Left to right, Eric Patterson, Mike Cameron, and Darnell McDonald. And Jason Veritek doing the catching for Matsuzaka.
Umpiring crew, Phil Cuzzy has a play calling the balls and strikes tonight. Jerry Crawford at first base, Chris Guccione at second base, and Brian Honora is the umpire at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Another beautiful night from Fenway Park. Sun setting off to the left, 73 degrees to begin the ball game tonight. The breeze is at 9 miles per hour. It's out to right, but really kind of swirling at the moment. And the forecast is more the same tonight. Clear skies, nothing but blue skies above Fenway Park as Daisuke Matsuzaka gets ready to deal with the Tampa Bay Rays. And again, as we started the broadcast tonight with the standings, the Red Sox are just a game back of the New York Yankees to start tonight's action in the American League East. The Yankees are hosting the Seattle Mariners tonight, and we'll keep you abreast of what's going on there as Joe Madden and the Rays. Well, they didn't go quietly in last night's game, making a lot of noise late. It required the Red Sox closer to shut the door on the Rays, but the Red Sox do take game one of the series and are able to take the first game of the year against Tampa Bay here at Fenway Park as the Rays had swept Terry Francona's team back here earlier this year in a 4-game series. Daisuke Matsuzaka is ready, and the first pitch of this one missing for ball one, and we're underway. Ben Zobrist, the center fielder in tonight's game, hits at .293, 5 home runs, 40 runs batted in, a switch hitter. As Daisuke falls behind 2-0. We talked about the difference for Daisuke in a developing pattern for him as far as the first inning goes. If he can get through the first inning okay, then generally his outings have been very, very good. There's a strike, and it's 2-1.
First time this year Daisuke has faced Tampa Bay. He is 2-4 with a 4.05 ERA in his career against Tampa Bay.
Zobrist takes ball 3-1. This is the 6th game that Zobrist has led off, and he hits at .348, and he has been the leadoff hitter in Joe Madden's lineup. Takes the strike, and it's a full count. Interesting to see the approach for Tampa Bay against Daisuke, whether they'll be patient. Joe Madden featuring a little stirrup tonight, more than usual. Just inside, ball 4, and Zobrist down to first base. Daisuke walks the first batter of the night.
Daisuke had 4 walks in his last outing. That was in 5 innings against the Colorado Rockies. All fastballs from Matsuzaka to Zobrist, ends up walking it.
It's a total of 28 walks on the season for Daisuke. 12 have come in the first inning. So here we go again. Carl Crawford stands in at .315 with 7 homers and 38 runs batted in. Crawford takes strike 1. He returned to the lineup last night after not starting in the entire Arizona Diamondbacks series over the weekend due to a sore left shoulder. And last night, sore or not, promptly delivered his 6th 4-hit game of the year. It is a major league leading 6th 4-hit game of the year. He has 26 career games with 4+ hits. He is second only to Ichiro during that time span since 2004. Runner goes, a pitch, a ball to throw down, and is going to get through. And another stolen base. This one's for Ben Zobrist after a couple last night for the Rays. Zobrist steals second tonight in the first inning.
Well, we mentioned last night that the Tampa Bay Rays lead the American League in steals. Another one by Zobrist. That's number 13 on the season. Ball bouncing into second base, and Zobrist gets in a scoring position.
Crawford chops it right side at Hall to his left for the out. And on to third base goes Ben Zobrist with one down.
Good job done by Carl Crawford pulling the ball to the right side of the infield. Of course, you're trying to get a base hit, but if not, use that right side and advance to run into third base with less than 2 outs.
So 1 out, Zobrist at third base, and brings up Evan Longoria. That's a 296, 12 homers, and 53 runs batted in. Longoria with good numbers against Daisuke, 4 for 5 with a double and a home run. Longoria currently leading American League third baseman in votes for next month's All-Star game. And his third overall. And a swing and a miss. He's down 0-2. Behind Mauer and Jeter in the overall vote, but first at third base. Strike 3, freezing Longoria. Strikeout number 1 for Daisuke, 2 down in the inning.
Well, Daisuke basically had been all fastballs to that point. He goes to the breaking ball to pick up the strikeout. Slider from Matsuzaka picks up the outside corner.
So 2 down. Zobrist still at third base. And Carlos Pena coming up. It's part of our key matchup, which is brought to you by New England Acura dealers. It's Daisuke, 6 for 18. He's got a home run, a .333 average. Been on base 14 of 26 times, if you include the walks against Daisuke. There's ball 1 away. Pena's got 22 career home runs against his former team, the Red Sox. It's the most he's got against any opponent. Hitting under 200. Start the night at 198 with 16 homers and 49 runs batted in. And as always, we have to mention that he played collegiately across the fens at Northeastern University, a Husky.
I wonder who else went to Northeastern.
It's a great institution, Jerry.
I'm well aware of that. They've got a lot of my money.
Yeah. There it is. Just looks good. Two-0 pitch to Pena. He's down and in, gets away from Varitek. Zobrist thought about it, but pulls back. And Varitek quickly getting to it. Zobrist remains at third.
That ball slowed up just enough by Jason Varitek to keep Zobrist at third base. Didn't get all that far away from Varitek. Matsuzaka doing his job coming in the cover, and Zobrist goes back to third.
So 2 down as Daisuke falls behind 3-0. Infield and the shift for Pena, so's the outfield for that matter. Cameron way over towards right center. And deep in right is Darnell McDonald. A 3-0 delivery is down low, ball 4, and he walks him. Second walk of the inning allowed by Daisuke Matsuzaka. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. First and third for the Tampa Bay Rays with 2 outs here in the first inning, and Matt Joyce, the batter. Joyce, 25 years of age, recalled on Friday from AAA Durham as they take strike one. They sent catcher Deanna Navarro, all-star catcher Deanna Navarro, option to AAA Durham. First and third, 2 down for the Rays in the first inning, trying to strike first. As Daisuke misses inside, 1-1. Joyce was hitting at .293 at AAA Durham at the time of his recall. And 2 of his 3 home runs for Durham came in his final 6 games. He started to power up in the time he was recalled. Joyce moving the legs out of the way, but it grabs the inside corner. It's 1-2. He's close to the plate.
Daisuke's fastball at about 91 miles an hour, inside corner that time to pick up the strike.
Two walks in the inning. First and third, 2 down. Outside for ball 2, 2-2.
Daisuke tries his first changeup of the night and just misses down and away. Pretty good action on that changeup right there, almost like a screwball.
Down and in, ball 3, full count. A deep count for Daisuke in the first inning. First and third, 2 down in the first. 22nd pitch of the first inning for Daisuke. Ball 4, and he walks another. Walks, the bases loaded in the first inning. The pattern we talked about off the top continuing again tonight.
How many times have we seen this where you walk, the bases loaded, and somehow he eventually is able to get out of trouble?
The question asked every time is, why get there?
I'm with you on that, Don. Would save a lot of pitches.
Just don't get it. John Jaso at .270 with 3 home runs and 25 runs batted in. It's clearly avoidable if you're a Daisuke, as he misses 4, ball 1. Again, Daisuke's first inning earned run average is 14. His ERA over the rest of the game is 2.6. The opponent's average is over 200 points lower after the first inning. A 1-0 pitch to Jaso. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. Zobrist at third, Pena at second, Joyce at first, 2 down. Ball 2, 2-1.
Tampa Bay hitters right now are not helping out either. They're staying off the bad pitches, making Daisuke come to them.
He's thrown 10 strikes, 15 balls. 2-1 is in there for strike 2, and it's 2-2. Daisuke has a lot of runs in the first inning in 5 of his 9 starts, trying to prevent that tonight, but not helping out his own cause by walking 3. Chop foul. We'll do it again, 2-2. Walks Zobrist, walk Pena, walk Joyce. Got a ground out and a strikeout. Bases loaded, 2 down. Not close, and a full count.
2-2. Matsuzaka goes to the changeup and misses badly outside. So everybody off now on the 3-2 count.
28 first inning pitches. Bases loaded. And a 3-2 to John Jaso. To center field. Cameron makes the catch. Stop me if you've heard this before. Daisuke Matsuzaka's out of a bases loaded jam in the first. Red Sox are coming up. Coming up, let's check out the Red Sox starting 9. Marco Scutaro leads it off at shortstop. It is Eric Patterson in his Red Sox debut in left field. David Ortiz, the DH. Kevin Youkilis at first base. Adrian Beltre at third base. Bill Hall is at second with Jason Varitek doing the catching. Darnell McDonald in right field. And Mike Cameron in center field. The starting lineup is brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. J.D. Drew is scratched from the game tonight with a stiff neck. He was in the original starting lineup. Red Sox dealing with Matt Garza tonight, his 16th start of the year. He's 8-5 with a 4.10 earned run average. And the opponent's hitting at 255 against Garza. 78 strikeouts in 96 2/3. And last time out, a victory against the Padres, an 8-inning effort in which he gave up 3 runs. Making his 15th career start against the Red Sox, 3rd this season. He is 6-3 in his career against Boston with a 3.36 earned run average. This season, he's 1-1. It's Phil Cuzzi trying to move things along here and get Marco Scutaro in the box. That's one thing the Red Sox will try to do. Garza likes to work extremely quickly and will get into those rhythms. They will step out as much as they can and try to break up that rhythm.
That's one of the things Terry Francona was talking about this afternoon in his press conference, the fact that Garza does like to get into that rhythm, and once he does, he becomes a very, very difficult pitcher.
He's a bundle of energy out there, and he just likes to get it and throw it, and you can break it up. It can definitely mess with his head a little bit. His 0-1 is low and away, 1-1. 6-gamer coming in for Marco Scutaro, 321. 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. Red Sox debut tonight of Eric Patterson, who waits on deck as Red Sox play game 2 of this series against the Rays. There is strike 2, 1-2. Garza is 26 years old, his 102nd career Major League start. Trying to get on the same page with Kelly Shopik, who does the catching tonight for the Rays. Here's a 1-2. And it is up the middle and by the dive of Sean Rodriguez. A single for Scudero to get it started as he extends the hitting streak.
Scudero gets the fastball right back and quickly by Sean Rodriguez, the second baseman, for the base hit. So a good start for the Red Sox, good start for Marco Scudero.
Scudero now the 7-game hitting streak up to 345 during the stretch. And first base held on by Carlos Pena as Eric Patterson makes his Red Sox debut tonight. Acquired from the Oakland A's in exchange for Fabian Williamson on Saturday. And in 45 games with the Oakland Athletics this year. As he takes strike 1. He was hitting at 204 with the A's. With 4 homers, 9 RBIs, 6 stolen bases, and last appeared in a pinch hitting role with the A's against St. Louis back on the 20th. So it's been a good 10 days in between games for him, as this one is on the ground to short. Bartlett will go to second for 1, on to first, and they turn it in just 2. Patterson has good speed, but the Rays turn a double play, 2 down.
Yeah, most of the time when you have speed like Patterson, you see that shortstop take a step or 2 to his right, you don't see the double play, but very quick work here by Bartlett and Sean Rodriguez, the second baseman. Just get Patterson at first base, a bang play over at first with the double play.
Two down for David Ortiz. Red Sox DH hitting at 253 last night, a 3-run blast. His 17th home run of the year. He's now got 50 RBIs. It was a scoreless game last night, and James Shields was pitching very well for the Rays until this mistake. David makes him pay a 3-run home run and got all the scoring started. His 37th career home run against Tampa Bay. And Shields dealt the loss in last night's game. He lasted just 5 innings. The Rays made it interesting in the end, scoring some runs late, but not enough. And Shields dropping his 7th out of his last 8. And as that is in there for a strike, 1-1. Garza ready with a 1-1. Popped up foul, backing out of play.
The Tampa Bay defense will have Evan Longoria at third base, Jason Bartlett at shortstop, Sean Rodriguez at second, and Carlos Pena at first. Left to right, Kyle Crawford, Ben Zobrist, and Matt Joyce, and Kelly Shopik doing the catching for Matt Garza. They are 8th in the league with 48 errors on the season.
Hey, look at the Rays defensively, and for Joe Madden, they're in the middle. As far as the pitching goes, they're on the top spot as Tampa Bay starts tonight with a 3.57 earned run average. Their offense, as far as batting average goes, they are 10th in that category, but Jim Hickey's crew is doing all right. They are first in the American League. That's largely the reason the Rays were off to such a good start, and for a long time had the best record in the majors. They have slipped over the last month plus and have slipped in behind the Red Sox in the American League East. It's 2-2 to David Ortiz. And Garza trying to get on the same page with Shopik. Nicholas waits on deck with 2 outs here in the home half of the first inning. They finally agree. The 2-2 pitch to center. Zobrist is going back, and he leaps to make the catch. Late lunge on the dirt of the track to reel it in. Was scoreless after 1 from Fenway. Left to right across the outfield. Daisuke Matsuzaka's 30th pitch is to the first batter of the second inning, and it's fouled off. Sean Rodriguez carves it foul. Bottom third of the Rays order: Rodriguez, Shopik, and Bartlett. They did it again, Jerry. He loaded the bases, walked 3 batters, and got out of it.
Yeah, what else is new? You got any other news for us?
Just because he can. The 0-1 pitch is outside, 1-1. I've not had a great many conversations with Daisuke Matsuzaka. Have you? Passing here and there.
I haven't had one.
You haven't had one? I probably had 2 or 3. We're just,
I've said hi, but
I really want to know why he does that. How can I ask him that without offending him?
Ask his interpreter. Masa.
I could ask Masa. That's true. I could ask Masa.
Sometimes, Don, guys come out of the bullpen uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. They have their warm-up tosses out there. The mound is a little bit different, but, that's on rare occasions where that happens.
Right. Not every time. Yeah. The 2-1 is a swing and a miss, badly fooling Rodriguez.
Yeah, then you get that. Then you get that nasty slider right there that makes the hitter, Rodriguez, look very bad.
He needs an economical inning pitch-wise. Line to left, and Patterson quickly over to play it, but it is a base hit for Sean Rodriguez, and the first hit of the night for the Rays, a ringing single to left.
Well, after making him look bad on a breaking ball, it looks like a cut fastball that stays middle in. And Sean Rodriguez rifles that ball to left field for the base hit.
So leadoff man on for the second straight inning for Tampa Bay. Here's former Red Sox catcher Kelly Shopik, who also elects to show a lot of stirrup tonight. It's a .257 home run, 3 runs batted in. I recall, this was a look you were favoring at times.
Yeah, Red Sox used to have some really nice socks, red, white, and blue socks. And of course, at one time there was a rule on the Red Sox that you had to show red, white, and blue on your socks. Of course, that rule's long, long gone now.
It's rare to see. Rays are trying to mix it up here, do a little something different. They've had a bad run. As Gabe Kapler was just activated today. Runner goes. The pitch is a ball, and the throw is not going to be in time. With a stolen base, second of the night for Rays base runners.
For Rodriguez, number 6 on the season. And this is the danger that you always have when you're playing the Tampa Bay Rays. They're going to run, and it's probably usually 1 through 9. There's a couple of guys that won't run, but most will. Tag down around the foot while the hand gets on the bag.
Our first in stolen bases in the American League. Second are the White Sox, and third the Seattle Mariners. But Tampa Bay on top in that category. Sean Rodriguez at second base, nobody out. 2-0 to Shopping. And there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Shopping spending time on the DL this year, 30 years of age. He's on the DL from April 13th through June the 3rd, and actually had knee surgery on April 19th. So the 259 cents returning. And fouls off the breaking ball, 2-2. Showed some power, especially as a member of the Cleveland Indians. Was acquired from Cleveland for Mitch Talbot, right-handed pitcher, on December 1st. Spent 4 years with the Cleveland Indians after 4 years mainly spent in the Red Sox farm system. Strike 3 call. Dice-K gets his second strikeout of the night. First out of inning number 2.
Kelly Shopping didn't like it, but it looked like a pretty good pitch from Dice-K. Fastball. Let's see if it's in the Amica pitch zone. It looks like it should be. That's a good pitch. Of course, catchers always have to be very careful what they say to the umpires because they want to make sure they don't hurt their pitcher. That ball had plenty of the plate.
One out. Rodriguez at second. Jason Bartlett, who been leading off for the most part, but slipping down to the number 9 spot in the first 2 games of this series. The 223 hitter has not been getting on base nearly as much as we're used to in the past. 1 home run, 26 runs batted in. In fact, 54 games, 44 of them have been from the leadoff spot. Shooting in at second was Hall, but no throw. This time last year, Bartlett had 7 home runs and was hitting at .364. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2, 92 that time, and by him.
Yeah, it does seem very strange to see Jason Bartlett hitting out of that 9 spot in the batting order.
The only time that he did in the past was when they had Akinori Iwamura leading off there for a stretch, part of their World Series run, and Bartlett was at the bottom. But when Iwamura was gone, it was always Bartlett. The 0-2. Inside, 1-2. Did miss 14 games with a hamstring strain from May 30th through June 15th. As you see the top of the order, Ben Zobrist waiting on deck. Popped up, sending Bill Hall to short right. In comes McDonald, and Darnell takes over to make the catch, 2 down. We should mention J.D. Drew scratched right before the ball game tonight with a stiff neck. He was originally in the starting lineup, so Darnell McDonald added to the lineup tonight. He makes the catch out there in right field. Here's Ben Zobrist, who walked in the first inning. Strike one over the outside corner. The Rays tonight already are 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Had their chances, but have not cashed in on Daisuke Matsuzaka yet. Down and in, 1-1 to Zobrist. Zobrist with a .338 road average. He's tied with Carl Crawford for 6th in the American League. He's hit safely in 21 consecutive road games beginning on May 10th away from Tropicana Field. Fouled off to the left, and it's 1-2. Night in which B.J. Upton starts the night on the bench. He did pinch hit in last night's game coming in. And down in the starting lineup tonight for Joe Madden. In the dirt, 2-2. Sean Rodriguez leading off the inning with a single to left. He stole second base. Daisuke then struck out Kelly Shopik. Got Jason Bartlett to fly to short right. Carl Crawford on deck. Inside, ball 3. Three-two pitch to Ben Zobrist. He'll have to wait. Fifth 3-ball count. 49th pitch already for Daisuke. 2 down in the second. Strikes out Zobrist. Third K for Daisuke. Inning and a half done, scoreless from the Fens. Back at Fenway Park, it's become a bit gusty as we head to the bottom of the second inning. A scoreless game, both teams with one hit. And Matt Garza back on the mound. Youkilis, Beltre, and Hall to bat in the second inning. Jerry, we talked in the open about the guys that are filling in, and at least I talked in the open about guys who are filling in and stepping up and getting a chance to play, and it really does show how deep this Red Sox bench actually has turned out to be. I think at the beginning of the year we kind of wondered about the Bill Halls and some of the other guys that you see picked up during the offseason. Well, now these guys are not only playing but chipping in, and the Red Sox continuing to play good baseball.
Absolutely are, and even some of the guys who are supposed to be backup players are hurt, and you know they're guys filling in for them. So it has been a pleasant surprise for the Red Sox, and they just continue to have, it seems like, a new hero every night.
Bill Hall, who has been huge. Beltre will be next, then Hall in the inning. But Hall's been great. Daniel Nava has been, I guess it's just a surprise, to be quite honest. I mean, the guy that we saw very briefly in spring training is one of those guys you figure, well, maybe we'll see him at some point during the season for a couple games. Hard to imagine that he'd be there regularly. This is a foul ball.
Now, one thing I noticed last night with Nava, and it seemed like Tampa's intention was to throw him nothing but off-speed pitches. He had a lot of breaking balls and changeups featured to him last night. Not in the lineup tonight. Patterson gets a chance to play.
Doesn't take long for them to kind of figure things out, does it?
Well, when you're sitting there hitting fastball off the fastball, they try something else. And if you don't hit it, you're going to keep getting it till you do.
Eagles gets time. Beltre on deck, then Hall. Swing and a miss. Nasty pitch to Youkilis, strikes him out. Send it down to Heidi.
Don, speaking of Red Sox injuries, Dustin Pedroia is not supposed to put any weight on his fractured foot, but the Sox second baseman was still out taking grounders earlier today. Now, as you can see from this video, Pedroia he was now behind second base taking ground balls. He said he wants to keep his hands sharp for when he can return to baseball activities. Terry Francona said Pedroia knows the rules, that he can't put any weight on that foot and that he can set himself back if he does. But Francona also said Pedroia is a maniac who will bend the rules as much as he can. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Jerry, I was listening to you as always during the pregame show as Beltre drives one out to right field. Joyce is back onto the track to make the catch for the second out. And you were saying that's a pretty good drill, actually, that infielders do.
That's actually an excellent drill for infielders because what it does, it keeps your hands quick, your hands sharp, your eye-hand coordination. It's not always about moving around, but just keeping those hands moving and keeping them sharp. And that's what Pedroia is doing. This is by design. This is not something because I got nothing to do and I can't do anything. He's trying to get something accomplished while he can't do anything. And that's an excellent drill for young kids who are, learning to take ground balls.
Well, there's no doubt this period is driving him nuts, though. On a nightly basis, sitting there, not being able to participate. It's going to be a while. As Bill Hall stands in with 2 outs and takes strike 1. With slider, get Kevin Youkilis to strike out to begin the inning, and then Adrian Beltre took one to the warning track for out number 2. Garza has now retired 4 batters in a row. He's 6 on the gas, and it's 0-2. Home run number 6 of the year last night for Hall. As Jason Varitek waits on deck. Well, starting in that open stance and calling time. It's a combination of Garza and Shopik. They've been going back and forth quite a bit. And still not sure. Cuzzy becoming annoyed.
He's trying to get everybody on the same page. Hitters, pitches, catches.
Clapping his hands. He's really trying to speed this up. Well, this is an American League East Red Sox Rays game. The 0-2. Strike 3. As striking out is Hall. Second strikeout for Garza. We're scoreless through 2 from Fenway.
If you love watching exciting World Cup action, then Fenway Park is hosting the perfect event for you as the excellent passion and tradition of top-flight European soccer comes to Fenway Park on July 21st at 8 p.m. Celtic Football Club of Scottish Premier League will take on Sporting Club de Portugal from the Portuguese Liga for the Fenway Football Challenge. Tickets are on sale now at tickets.com/football at Fenway.
Third inning from Fenway. Scoreless game, and Carl Crawford. It's a high fly ball down the left field line. Patterson gives up on it, and it ends up near the seats.
You got to be very careful out there in left field because that breeze tonight is blowing from left to right. And you mentioned earlier, Don, it's a pretty strong breeze, and that one could push back quite a bit.
I took a look. He kind of just stopped, and it almost landed. Ends up a row deep. Carl Crawford, Evan Longoria, Carlos Pena in the inning. Another one, this one much further foul. And it's 0-2 to Crawford, who grounded out to second base first time up. .51 pitches for Dice K as he deals with his first batter of the third inning. It's inside ball 1-1-2. To second and Hall. One down here in the third inning.
Second time they got Crawford to ground out to second base, and always good to keep him off the base because a single will just about always turn into a double with a steal.
One out here in the third inning for Evan Longoria. He's 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the first inning. A check swing dribbler right back at Daisuke. He throws him out. Longoria has been struggling lately. As he's hit at 156 over his last 12 games, and tonight he's 0 for 2, 2 down.
He's now 7 for his last 47. And with that, still hitting .296 coming into the game.
He's hitting .232 this month after hitting .309 in the month of May. Out number 2 of the inning, and Carlos Pena, the batter. Pena's got 55 home runs over the last 2 years. Leads the American League over the last 2 years in home runs. Miguel Cabrera second with 54. As the breaking ball misses outside, ball 1. While Longoria has struggled this month, Pena has picked it up himself. A .244 average in June, 8 home runs. After he struggled in May, and that batting average to start the night still just .198 for the year. Shift on, works out great. Scudero's on the right side of the infield, and a 7-pitch, much needed, economical inning for Daisuke. We're scoreless from Fenway after 2.5.
For tickets, call 866-MGM-0609 or visit MGM@foxwoods.com.
Last half of the third inning at Fenway Park. Both teams one hit, but no runs so far as Jason Varitek leads it off here in the home half of the third. And Tardy on the cut, 95 and up from Garza. Varitek twisting out of the way. It's a ball and a strike. Garza at 96 that time. Garza's 26 years old. 2-2-1. His earned run average has increased every month. Started off great in May at 3.95, in June at 7.15. Red Sox know about him in the postseason as well. He earned the American League Championship Series MVP award. He was 2-0 with a 1.38 earned run average, winning games 3 and 7 against the Red Sox. And at that point, he was only 24 years of age. He was the youngest pitcher ever to win the American League Championship Series MVP honors, surpassing former Oriole, former Red Sox Mike Boddicker back in 1983. And he beat John Lester in both those starts, Game 3 and Game 7. Here we go again with Shopik and Garza.
Coming up Friday after Friday Night Fenway, it's Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe Red Sox Game Day Live with TC and Peter Gammons. Tim Wakefield takes the hill against Brad Bergeson as the Sox kick off a 3-game set versus the Orioles. It's all coming up Friday night at 6 only on NESN.
I'm not sure about this, and we're looking into it, about how many times Kelly Shopik has caught Garza. I know in the past, Gianna Navarro caught him a lot. And based on how much they're going back and forth tonight, you just get the feeling they have not worked a lot together. But we'll back it up with some numbers here at some point in the near future.
Yeah, it seems like right now they're having a difficult time getting on the same page. That's not unusual for combinations that have not worked together. Garza has one thing in mind, Shopik another. They agree on a fastball away.
3-2 pitch. Veritek to left, and Carl Crawford makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Okay, this is the 4th time they've worked together, and he's caught his last 2 starts. So this is now 3 in a row. So by this point, they should have some idea. Just having a tough time tonight.
Well, you know, sometimes there's a game plan, and maybe Garza at this point doesn't feel comfortable with certain pitches, so you see a lot of shaking off. I'm going to go with what I feel comfortable right now with. They are in control. They're the ones that make the final decision.
Whatever he's doing is working, as he has now retired 6 Red Sox in a row. And there's strike 1 to Darnell McDonald, late addition to the Red Sox lineup. Again, J.D. Drew, a stiff neck tonight, was in the original lineup, taken out prior to game time. Did he go? No, says Jerry Crawford, the crew chief, and it's 1-1. Popped up left side. Longoria and Bartlett. Bartlett makes the catches. Longoria almost ended up in the way. 2 down.
That's one of those flip a coin jobs, but the shortstop always has priority over the third baseman, so Bartlett calls off Longoria and lets his shortstop have it. Easy play for either one of those 2 guys.
2 down in the 3rd inning. Mike Cameron batting out of the number 9 spot. 265 with a home run, 8 runs batted in. This is the 30th pitch of the night for Garza. 2 outs in the 3rd inning. As Mike Cameron takes it outside, ball 1. Sits safely in each of his last 4 games coming in, a season high. And of course, had his first home run of the season on Saturday. 3-run shot in the 2nd inning in San Francisco. And there for a strike, and it's 1-1 now to Cameron.
Garza's fastball consistently has been 94, 95, 96 miles an hour.
Swing and a miss. That one at 95 in by him. Right-handers are hitting at 274 against Garza. Get a fastball from him. Left-handed hitters only 231 against Garza. In the dirt, and it's 2-2. Candy Wild, who's had 8 wild pitches, tied for 4th most in the American League. Numbers from Mike Cameron at Fenway Park in a Red Sox uniform. Two outs here in the 3rd inning. 2-2 to Mike Cameron. Strike 3. 95 again and on the corner. 3rd strikeout for Garza. We're through 3 from Fenway. No score.
How you treated. And that last strikeout to Mike Cameron, a fastball from Garza, catches the inside corner high, up and in for strike 3.
Jerry Crawford, the crew chief and first base umpires, headed into the Rays dugout. He must not be feeling well as the umpires continue with 3 on the field. As it is Honora at 3rd base, and it looks like Guccione's taken over first. Cuzzy behind the plate still, of course. And Crawford, right before that inning started, came off the field. So umpires operating with 3 at the moment. This is Crawford headed down the runway. So we hope he's okay. Matt Joyce leading it off. And John Jaso and Sean Rodriguez in the 4th inning. Joyce walked in the 1st inning. All of Daisuke's walks came in the 1st inning. As he walked 3 batters, got the bases loaded. Nothing new about that development. And nothing new that he got out of it, too. John Jaso lined out to end the inning. And the Rays could not score. Daisuke is in the 4th inning with 60 pitches after throwing 49 in the first 2 innings. Fouled off, full count. Ball 4. There's the 4th walk given up by Matsuzaka. Second time Joyce has walked.
The time is running out to vote for your 2010 All-Star selections. You can help send your favorite Red Sox player to the All-Star game by voting up to 25 times at RedSox.com. Log on and cast your ballot today exclusively at RedSox.com. Voting ends tomorrow at 11:59 Eastern.
Joyce at first, John Jaso lined out to center field in a bases loaded situation in the first. Now Joyce at first base for Tampa Bay. Has one stolen base, has not been caught, but everybody running for the Rays already have 2 stolen bases on the night against Daisuke Matsuzaka and Jason Varitek. Pitch high, and it's 1-1. Infield straight away. Daisuke had a string of 6 in a row retired prior to the walk to Joyce to begin the inning. There goes Joyce, and pitch fouled off to the left. Joe Maddon's team going through a tough time lately as the Rays have struggled. 1-2 pitches outside. Varitek pops up like he was going to throw it somewhere. Joe Maddon is in his 5th season as the manager of the Rays and has now managed more games than any other skipper in Rays history and owns the best record at .486 winning percentage in his career with the Rays. Of course, brought him to the World Series. AL Manager of the Year in 08. And the worst record in the majors the year before to the World Series the next year. It's outside of Jaso, and it's a full count 3-2. And full count back-to-back for Daisuke in the inning. Fouled off, and we'll do it again, 3-2. Jaso, who caught last night and led off, is the DH tonight for the Rays. Runner goes, 3-2, is lined into center field, a base hit. Joyce will keep on going to third base as Cameron collects it out in center field and gets it back in, but it's first and third, and nobody out here in the 4th inning.
That's the second time that Jaso's hit the ball pretty hard against Daisuke. A line out to center field back in the 1st inning. Now a line shot into center field with that man off at first base. Joyce continues on to third base, so a 1st and 3rd, nobody out situation As Crawford comes back on the field, the umpire. Everything okay with Crawford? Oh, no, he didn't. I'm sorry. He did not. They're just switching positions.
It's be the 70th pitch. Or Daisuke Matsuzaka. Sean Rodriguez stands in 1st and 3rd. And nobody out as the Rays threaten here in the 4th inning. Shows bunt, pulls back and takes ball 1. Rodriguez coming over from the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Deal for Scott Kazmir. Leadoff walk allowed by Matsuzaka in the 4th inning. Single by Jaso, 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Bluff to 3rd, a bluff to 1st, doesn't throw to either venue.
I don't think that particular fake there is going to get anybody. That was a slow motion fake to 3rd, fake to 1st.
Venue. 1-0. Bunt is popped up. Varitek makes the catch in foul ground. So big out for Daisuke, 1 down here in the 4th inning.
Looks like they were just simply trying to bunt to the man at second base to get 2 men in the scoring position. It was a bad pitch to bunt, a high cut fastball that he just pops up. That's an ideal pitch to pop up. Tough to get the barrel of the bat on top of a pitch like that.
So 1 out runners at the corners, working towards the bottom of the order. Kelly Shopik running out of the 8th spot, struck out looking in the 2nd inning. He's got Joyce at 3rd, Jaso at 1st, and 1 down. Time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question. The question is, who hit the first home run in Tampa Bay's franchise history? I'll the answer for you a little bit later. I'll tell you, it was not Kelly Shopik. However, Shopik did hit 21 home runs as a member of the Cleveland Indians in 2008. He's second to last year as a member of the Tribe. It was the year in which Shopik got a chance to play more regularly for the first time because Victor Martinez got hurt that year. Shopik did the bulk of the catching back in 2008. He hit 21 home runs, had 55 RBIs, by far his best year in the majors. The 1 pitch is up top, 1-1. Shopik, a Red Sox second-round pick in 2001. Acquired by the Indians, along with Andy Marte, Guillermo Mota, all part of the Coco Crisp deal. It involved Josh Bard and David Risky at the time. Fly ball to center field, sending Cameron back to the warning track at the wall. Can't make the catch. From 3rd, Joyce will score. As Jaso coming around from first base will score. It's a 2-run double off the wall in center field. And the Rays take a 2-0 lead. Looked like Cameron was back there but could not make the catch at the wall. Carried much further than I think Cameron thought also.
I agree, Don. I don't think that he thought this ball was going to carry that far, and he didn't realize how much more room he had to go to that wall. He had about another step to get to that wall. The ball bounces off the wall, and 2 runs come in for the Rays.
So Shopik with his 3rd double. He's able to finally cash in here, and they take a 2-0 advantage with 1 out in the 4th inning. And it's Jason Bartlett out of the number 9 spot who stands in. He fly to right first time up. To do the 20th pitch of the inning, 75 for Dice K. Another walk in the inning. That walk is turned into a run for the first time tonight. Bartlett lays off, ball one. Bartlett flied out to right field, and Darnell McDonald in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Shopik at second. Takes a look around behind, make sure nobody's cheating in. The 1-1 is ball 2 away, 2-1. Three and 1 to Bartlett. Out recorded in the inning, the bunt bid by Rodriguez that was fouled out to the catcher Jason Veritek. On the corner for strike 2, full count. Here we are again, 3-2. Seventh full count. Time on your hands in the pen. In the dirt. No, he's going to go around, says home plate umpire Phil Pezzi. He offers. And Bartlett strikes out. Dice K needed that. It's his 4th strikeout. 2 down.
Gets in the chase, a slider. And called obviously on the swing right there by Jason Bartlett. Second time he's got Bartlett tonight on the breaking ball.
Two down, Shopik at second base. Had a feeling that was the direction he was headed in. Starting with the T, he's moved into the B. They're with Tampa Bay. This is in the center field. Zobrist with a base hit. Shopik coming plateward. The throw will be cut off, and the throw thrown away by Youkilis. And moving up to second base will be Zobrist on the errant throw. Youkilis cut it off and then fired it away as the run scores, and the Rays up their lead to 3-0, and then get another runner into scoring position.
The relay throw you're going to see cut off here by Kevin Youkilis. He had little chance at all at the man at home plate. Kind of surprised he threw it and almost hit Phil Cuzzi, the home plate umpire, with it. So that's going to go as a base hit, RBI, and an error on Youkilis to allow that runner to go to second base and get in scoring position.
John Farrell to the mound. Action in the pen. Dustin Richardson starting to warm up. Was Carl Crawford, who was 0 for 2. He's grounded out to second base twice, both times ably handled by Bill Hall. There's this one foul down the left field line. Patterson going as far as he can, but it's back into the seats. A 3-run top half of the 4th inning so far for Tampa Bay. Right when the Seattle Mariners are out to a good start against the Yankees in New York, it's 3-0 Mariners. We're in the 5th inning at Yankee Stadium. Red Sox starting the night, a game back of the Yankees in the American League East. Elevates at 92, and Crawford chases for strike 2. Here's ball one. The Rays left the bases loaded in the first inning. They left a runner in scoring position in the second. They have scored 3 times so far in the 4th inning. As Crawford strikes out, very late cut on the 92-mile-an-hour fastball. A 3 spot on the board for Tampa Bay in the top of the 4th inning. 3-0 Rays. Tampa Bay franchise history? And the answer is Wade Boggs. Back on March 31st, 1988, a 2-run home run in the 6th inning. Tampa's first ever game was off the Tigers' Justin Thompson. March 31st to 1988. 98, I believe. That's his 88. It was 98. Boggs knocked in 3 runs in Tampa's 11-6 loss to the Tigers. Boggs had his 3,000th hit, also as a member of the Rays. And the only member of the Rays in the Hall of Fame who has worn a Rays uniform.
And wasn't his 3,000 hit the home run?
I just said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Right then. No, you listen to what I'm saying.
I was listening to you.
Sure. The 1 pitch is the strike. See, look right here. Boggs had his 3,000th hit as a member of the Rays and is the only player in the Hall of Fame who has worn a Rays uniform. So I said all that. Then you said, did he get his 3,000th hit?
No, I said home run. Wasn't his 3,000 hit a home run?
That? Yeah, that was too.
That's so I'm not,
different.
That's the point I'm trying to make. His 3,000 hit, I believe, was a home run.
You're right.
And that's not on the list. So you didn't say that.
No. I thought you said something else. You don't listen to me anyway. Don't pretend you do. 1-2 the count. With nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
As a matter of fact, I can remember it like it was yesterday. It was kind of a line drive home run into right field.
We've talked about it many times before, but you always get the impression Wade Boggs could be a home run hitter if he had wanted to be. That kind of power.
He could put a show on in batting practice. Mm-hmm. He really could. But that was not his style. He felt that he could hit some home runs, but it would also hurt his batting average, and it proved out right. I mean, had a tremendous career batting average, and obviously a Hall of Famer, so he was doing something right.
And the same could be said for Ichiro. A lot of people feel like he could be one of those guys every year near the top in home runs. His pitch misses inside, but he chooses to do exactly the same thing.
You could put Boggs in a home run contest and he'd have a good chance to win it.
Boggs was the first player ever to get his 3,000th hit, have it be a home run. Ball 3-2. Scudero lines it foul down the right field line towards Canvas Alley and into it.
I love the way you were quick to jump on me for not listening to you. When I was listening to you.
Kind of. I miss our rickshaw ride in Colorado.
That was the best.
It's awesome. 2 nights in a row. There's got to be another city where they have that. I'll bet you they got it in Seattle.
Oh, all those hills, though. Be tough.
We should start a business. 3-2. To right field. You have too many businesses as it is. Joyce and right is there. He makes the catch. I forgot who I was talking to. One down. Let's check in with Heidi. Heidi?
Well done, as you guys explained earlier. Eric Patterson is making his debut for the Red Sox tonight. He was acquired Saturday after Dustin Pedroia was injured. Patterson has played 5 games at second base, and as Theo Epstein explains, he's a very versatile option for the Red Sox.
Really good base runner. He's starting to really come on, hitting right-handed pitching, and his minor league track record is pretty good in that regard. So he's someone who can be useful to fill in while we have these injuries and also be a helpful part of the bench after our guys come back.
Now, Terry Francona said Bill Hall is still the team's first option to fill in at second base while Pedroia is out, but Patterson provides good insurance and an option at all 3 outfield positions. Don?
All right, thanks very much, Heidi. Certainly at the time, the Red Sox were looking for some versatility and a guy who can play some different positions, and Patterson provides that.
It didn't take long for the Red Sox to make that move either after Dustin Pedroia got hurt in San Francisco.
Patterson grounded into a 6-4-3 double play first time up. That's with 1 out, bases empty. Here in the 4th inning, Red Sox trailing 3-0. Strike 2. Swinging a foul tip off the glove of Shopping, and it hangs at 0-2.
Big curveball that time from Gaza, and Patterson just getting a piece of it to give himself another chance.
Well, not only have they got the Tampa Bay, but now they're filling it in with sunflower seeds just to better the effect. Nicely grooming their area. It's up high, 1-2. A lot of nights the pen is bored when Garza pitches. Generally handles things and has tonight. 1-2 sails wide. It's 2-2. David Ortiz waits on deck. Red Sox batting in the 4th with 1 out. Slap foul. Do it again. 2-2. Garza at 95. Patterson with 21 hits this season. 11 have gone for extra base hits. 5 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs. And 6 for 6 in stolen base attempts on the year. Younger brother of Baltimore outfielder Corey Patterson. Outside, ball 3, full count. Garza has not walked anybody through 3 1/3 innings. Has 3 strikeouts. This will be the 15th pitch of the inning, the most that Garza has thrown in any inning. And it's still just 1 out.
Good long at bat put on here by Patterson, fouling off a tough pitch. Fastball away that time.
Ninth pitch of the at bat coming up for Patterson. Three-two pitch. Out straight back.
On Sunday's Ultimate Red Sox show, Heidi Whitney's lineup includes the Bruins' newest faces at Fenway, a football at Fenway preview, and much more. Catch the lineup Sunday at noon on the Ultimate Red Sox show, presented by Arbella Insurance Group. Arbella Insurance, here for good.
An even 50 pitches for Matt Garza. 1 out in the 4th inning. And Patterson into double figures in pitches seen in this at bat. Single-handedly rising that pitch count for Garza. 3-2 again. Fly ball to center field. Ben Zobrist has it sized up as he makes the catch for out number 2. 2 down. Long at bat, but Garza wins the battle in the end. 2 down. Big Poppy took one to the warning track in center field in the 1st inning, but Ben Zobrist was back there to make the catch. So 0 for 1 as he gets his 2nd look at Matt Garza of the night. The infield goes into the shift on Big Poppy. Ball 2-2-0. The league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer of the New England Sports Network. The bats per home run, and both Ortiz and Veritek in the top 3. Is Paul Konerko leading the way. Jose Batista's put together a great year for Toronto. A 2-0 delivery. Inside, ball 3. A much tougher inning for Garza. Red Sox have nothing to show for it, but at least Garza's having to work a little harder this inning. Evan Youkilis waits on deck. So Big Poppy's got a green light. He's taken all the way, and he takes strike 1. Ball 4, and there's the first free pass served up by Garza. Comes with 2 outs in the 4th inning.
Friday night Red Sox Orioles coverage gets started at 5:30 with Friday Night Fenway, presented by the locally owned Halfway Cafe. Head to one of 7 locations for dollar dogs at the bar during every Red Sox game.
First base runner for Boston since the 1st inning. It's a 2-out walk for David Ortiz, and sets the table for Kevin Youkilis, who struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. One of 3 strikeouts tonight for Garza. Well, they are really going deep into this now. The second round of the Tampa Bay logo is going to be filled in with gum.
That's a lot of wasted bubble gum, though.
What about the seeds?
Put seeds in, something might grow. But what's going to grow with bubble gum?
It's double bubble, so maybe it'll become quadruple bubble. Bubble trees. The one is a half-hearted swing. It's 0-2. Is the band over in the Red Sox pen? Is everybody that was part of the band in the pen gone?
That's a good question. I don't recall hearing it recently.
No. No spoons, no forks, no gardening equipment, no band. The elevated Youkilis strikes out Garza right back at him. Second time he struck out Youkilis. It's 3-0 Rays at the end of 4 from Fenway. And then Longoria to lead it off here for Tampa Bay. Then Carlos Pena, Matt Choice batted in the 5th. Longoria is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. Daisuke at 86 pitches, facing first batter of the 5th inning. And as he starts this inning in particular, there is double-barreled action in the Red Sox pen as Longoria pops it up. Foul ground. Veritek gives it a look, but it's back onto the screen. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. Well, that double-barreled action is Dustin Richardson, who had been up earlier. And Scott Atchison, who is warming in the pen as well. 1-1 is in there for strike 2, 1-2. So tonight's Daisuke featuring a good slider. He does have 5 strikeouts. He's walked 4. And only 3 runs for the Rays came in the 4th inning. To center field, sending Cameron back onto the warning track to make the catch. For the first out of the 5th inning, Evan Longoria. He is 0 for 3.
Evan Longoria came into the game 4 for 5 in his career against Daisuke with a home run, but 0 for 3 so far tonight as his struggles continue.
One down here in the 5th inning for Carlos Pena. He walked in the 1st inning, grounded out to short in the 3rd. Walk and a ground out. Carlos Pena, who hit 46 home runs in 2007. First year in Tampa Bay, is down 0-2.
Best changeup Daisuke's thrown in the game tonight. Excellent changeup right there that certainly had Pena off balance.
Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 4 1/3, 4 hits, 3 runs. He's walked 4, struck out 5, and pitch count high. With 1 out in the 5th. The 0-2. It's outside, 1-2. And Carlos Pena, total of 46 home runs with Tampa Bay in 07, had 31 in 08. 39 to tie the league lead last year, but even 100 runs batted in. One-two fouled off, still 1-2. The most valuable player in the Cape Cod League during the summer of 1997. On the ground, foul, still 1-2. Grew up in Haverhill, Massachusetts. And of course, as we mentioned, Northeastern University's own. As a junior at NU, batted .342. Most home runs he had in any year is 13. Strikes out here, which he's done a lot of this year. It is the 6th strikeout for Daisuke, 2 down in the 5th.
And a lot of those strikeouts from Daisuke coming on the same pitch, this slider. This time down and in that blind spot for a left-handed hitter.
Two down in the 5th, and Matt Joyce, the hitter, he's walked twice. 2 of the 4 free passes served up by Matsuzaka. 1 turned into a run, and that was in the 4th inning when the Rays got all 3 of their runs. This one hits him. A pitch in. First batter Daisuke has hit in the game.
And 3rd time that Joyce has been on. He's walked twice. Now he gets hit right in the foot by Daisuke. Tries to snap off a slider.
Here's John Jaso, who has lined out to center and singled to center, scored a run. Meanwhile, while the Rays have 4 hits in the game, the Red Sox have been held to 1 hit. The leadoff batter in the bottom of the 1st inning, Marco Scutaro, singled, and that has been it as far as hits go. David Ortiz did draw a 2-out walk in the 4th inning, but it's been all Garza for the first 4 innings. Garza has thrown 59 pitches, had to work the hardest in the 4th inning. But the Red Sox have yet to have a base runner reach second base in the game. As Garza keeps it pretty light in between innings. 2-0 pitch is a strike. 2-1. Pitch number 100 coming up for Daisuke Matsuzaka with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Quick check and relatively close. No choice back to the bag at first.
Maybe trying to steal with 2 outs, trying to get in a scoring position. That time to dive back to first base.
Atchison alone now in the pen. Runner goes, the pitch a ball, and the throw is a good one, and out at second base is Joyce. Veritek guns him down. Halfway through this one, the Rays lead it 3-0.
Doing. That's the power of Home Depot and Jason Veritek with a perfect throw to second base to retire Joyce and get the Red Sox out of the inning. Quick release, right on the money.
Red Sox trying to go to work on Matt Garza here in the 5th inning, trailing 3-0. Beltre to lead it off, fly it out to the warning track in right field, and Matt Joyce back in the 2nd inning. It's a high fly ball to shallow left center. In comes Carl Crawford. And makes the catch, drifting towards the center field area for the first out of the bottom of the 5th inning.
Now this time Jerry Crawford, the umpire, has come back as third base umpire. So the full complement of umpires out there now.
One down here in the 5th inning for Bill Hall. Hall struck out looking in the 2nd inning. One of 4 strikeouts for Garza in his outing. Jason Veritek on deck, 1 out in the 5th. fly to center. Zobrist headed back towards the triangle to make the catch in the triangle. You could tell he was a little unsure of where he was. Strange place out there in that triangle, and he's back there to make the grab. 2 down. Well, the SBLI no-nonsense decision of the series is the decision by manager Terry Francona to start Bill Hall at second base last night. Hall's 2-run home run in the 8th inning was the 6th of the season, and the 2 runs off the Red Sox hold off the late Rays rally to preserve an 8-5 win. Protecting your family's future with affordable, dependable life insurance with SBLI is the smartest and easiest decision you'll ever make. SBLI, the no-nonsense life insurance company. And a big drive there to the deepest part of the ballpark here at Fenway. But Hall is out number 2. This is into left center field and a base hit. It changes direction on a hop on Zobrist. Veritek will throw the brakes on as he stops at first with a 2-out single.
Now the first base hit the Red Sox have had since Marco Scudero lit off the game with a base hit. This is a pretty nice play out here by Ben Zobrist. That ball kicked back to his left, and he's able to knock it down at least and keep Veritek at first base. Jason thinking about 2, but wisely puts on the brakes.
Runner at first, 2 down. Darnell McDonald popped out to the shortstop first time up. He's 0 for 1. The Yankees tonight are trailing in their game 3-0 to the Seattle Mariners in the 7th inning. Scheduled to pitch in that game was Felix Hernandez for the Seattle Mariners. Matched up against Javier Vasquez, who's 6-6. It's 1-1. Garza with 2 outs in the 4th inning gave up a walk to Ortiz and then struck out Youkilis here in the 5th. Gives up a 2-out base hit to Veritek. Ball 2 to McDonald, 2-1. Cameron, the number 9 man, waiting on deck. Boston batting in the 5th. Flare down the right field line. Joyce is over and under to make the catch. It ends the inning. We're through 5 from Fenway Park. It's a 3-0 Tampa Bay lead. Reach Red Sox win this month. Eastern Bank Charitable Foundation will donate $500 to the Boys and Girls Club of Lowell. Sixth inning, and even 100 pitches for Daisuke Matsuzaka. Trails 3-0 in this game. Action again in the pen. Atchison is more than ready should Daisuke run into any trouble in the inning. He's been out there for 3 straight innings warming up. As John Jaso leads it off, it's a ground ball. Diving at second is Hall from his knees. The throw is in time. They got him. Nice play by Bill Hall. Throw from the knees and a long way from first base, almost to second base.
He's got a very strong throwing arm, does Bill Hall, and he shows it off here from his knees. By the time he picks up the baseball, he had no chance to get up, so he throws from his knees and throws a perfect strike over there to first base to Kevin Youkilis. A little bit high, maybe out of the strike zone, but still strong enough and good enough to get the out.
One down, Sean Rodriguez, the batter, as he takes strike one from Matsuzaka. Sean Rodriguez has singled to left. He is fouled out to the catcher, Jason Varitek, 1 for 2. And he's mixed in a stolen base. And it's quickly 0-2. It's been a 6 strikeout night for Matsuzaka. He has walked 4. And the trouble inning was the 4th inning when the Rays scored 3 times. Grounded foul, still 0-2. Now we're into the sugar. Use Smarties. Got some chew. How long is this going to take to clean up?
Just a little bit of rake action and be all taken care of very quickly, Don.
One and two. This is a group effort. I mean, it's not just like one guy who's just bored. I mean, it's like the whole pen's bored. The security's involved.
Yeah, it's nice to see everybody's involved in the game.
We're looking closely at the Red Sox hitters in case they have to come in. 1-2 is a high fly ball to deep left. Patterson going back, and he'll make the catch. Shy of the track. Sean Rodriguez is retired, 2 down.
Why don't you go out there and mess it all up? See what happens.
It's true, though. There goes the notion that they're locked in just in case they got to come in later in this game. So what's going on to this point? Red Sox security and swing and a miss for Kelly Shopik. 2 outs in the 6th inning. It's 1-1 to Shopik. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. How do you feel about the term quality start?
I don't think it's a great start. Do you? I mean, no. 3 runs in 6 innings.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because Daisuke is 1 out away from what would be considered a quality start. 6 innings, 3 runs or less. Two and two. And more aggressive in this inning as he nears the end of his outing. swing and a miss. A 1-2-3 inning for Daisuke Matsuzaka. 5.5 deep. 3-0 Rays.
A revolutionary waterborne stain that outperforms the best oil-based stains on the market. Find Arbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore retailer.
Brett Michaels in the house. Poison. Glad to see that he's okay. Had some scary stuff medically recently, but he's doing great. Looks good here at Fenway Park tonight. And as we move along to the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-0 Rays on top. It is Cameron, Scudero, and Patterson. Up right side of the infield as Rodriguez drifts to short right and makes the catch for the first out of the 6th. Cameron's retired. 0 for 2 nights so far, and there's 1 out in the 6th inning for Matt Garza.
Well, right now, Garza totally in control of this game against the Red Sox. Only the 2 base hits. A walk for him in the ball game back in the 4th inning, but that was with 2 outs. Came back to get a strikeout.
One out here in the 6th inning. Marco Scudero stands in on the right side. Someone fouled straight back.
Covidien, a global healthcare products company, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities.
Anyway, we could start a business, Jerry, with the rickshaws across the different cities. I mean, it could work in Boston.
I think they work very nicely right here around Fenway Park after a game.
Tough to get a cab around here after a game. And just got to find the guys that are able to do it.
Plus, you've got a lot of hotels in the local area that would be pretty easy pedaling to.
What are you wearing?
What if I got
Is that a diaper?
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm getting old, but that hasn't happened yet.
Scudero pops it up. Again, Rodriguez out. Easier for an outfielder. And Zobrist, the center fielder, makes the catch. 2 down.
Just going back to those rickshaws for a second. I don't know how those guys were able to pedal both of us.
No.
Back to the hotel. I mean, really, that's a lot of weight to be.
My bag.
Huh?
My bag.
Where are you going?
Oh, I'm going over here. Show you my bag. Remember my brush? It was bag with you and me in a rickshaw. Like this.
Yeah.
The whole way back.
What are you doing?
No, I'm just telling you. $100 we had to give the guy. But it was worth it.
Did you put in for it?
I put in the expense report today. I don't think they've seen it. It went into there. There's been no reaction yet. I'm sure there will be a reaction. But we had to do it. We had no choice. We were left in the middle of the street. Safety of Team Nesson comes first, right? There's a strike, and it's 1-1 to Eric Patterson. His third at bat. The Red Sox uniform. He's 0 for 2 in the game.
Yeah, it's a good idea, though, for somebody around here, around this ballpark after games to get some of those rickshaws going, because I guarantee you would pick up a lot of business.
Inside, Patterson hit. The Red Sox have a base runner with 2 down. Not had many tonight. It's only the third of the game.
Fastball trying to come inside as Garza too far inside. So with 2 outs, Patterson reaches first base.
Chance for David Ortiz. Flied out to the warning track in the first inning. Walked in the fourth. They are deep for Big Papi in the outfield, straight away in the outfield, shift in the infield. And Doria swung way over towards second base. There's ball 1. Ortiz last night with his 17th home run of the year. Slaying it over to first, but Patterson back to the bag. We mentioned he had 6 steals and 6 tries under the Oakland A's. And in his career is 22 out of 24. Strike 1-1.
And what the Red Sox need right now is the big blast from Big Papi. Change the momentum in this game, which has been all in Tampa's favor.
Matt Garza's allowed only 2 hits as he works here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. High drive towards deep left center field. Back is Zobrist, and it is high off the wall. Patterson coming around. He will score on the wall ball double for Big Papi, and the Sox are on the board.
Well, Ortiz almost took it out of the ballpark right at the top of that left field wall, and the Red Sox finally do get a run on the board. They need something to change momentum in this game, and maybe this double by Ortiz will do it.
Safe and secure at second base. Safe and secure. New York life. Ortiz at second base with one out. Tying run now at the plate. And Kevin Youkilis, as he bats for the third time against Garza tonight. He struck out in the second swinging, struck out in the fourth swinging. 0 for 2. Inside, ball 1.
That RBI for David Ortiz gives him 51 now on the season. That puts him in the top 10 in runs batted in.
Pitching line brought to you by Lexus. 5 2/3, 3 hits, a run, a walk, and 4 Ks. Here's pitch 80 of the night. In again, and it's 2-0. That was at 94 and in. Adrian Beltre on deck. Red Sox batting. Here in the 6th inning. 2 quick outs in the inning, but a hit batter and a double and a run. Youkilis pops it up. Second baseman Sean Rodriguez out on the outfield grass. Makes the catch that ends the inning. Red Sox do get on the board. We're through 6. It's 3-1 Tampa Bay.
On the league as Roy Halladay looks for his 10th win of the season. It all coming up after the game, only on NESN.
3-1 Tampa Bay on top of Boston. Red Sox get on the board finally with a run in the 6th inning. As we move along to the 7th, Jason Bartlett offers with a bunt bid for strike 1 as this call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford dealers. Scott Atchison is the new Boston pitcher. 15th appearance, a 1-1 record, a 4.81 earned run average, 233 opponent batting average. Bartlett, Zobrist, and Crawford featured here in the top of the 7th inning. A 1-1 to Bartlett. Is on the ground to short. Scudero, a hop to his left, got it, and there's out number 1 of the 7th inning. The pitching line tonight for Daisuke Matsuzaka. 6-inning effort, giving up 4 hits, 3 runs, all coming in the 4th inning. He walked for 3 of those 4 walks came in the 1st inning. Got out of a bases-loaded jam in the 1st. Through 29 pitches, through 49 through 2 innings, and ends up with 111 through his 6-inning effort, and considered a quality start. 6 innings, 3 runs or less. But departs with a chance to get his 3rd loss of the year, coming in at 5-2. 1 out for Ben Zobrist. Your thoughts on Daisuke Matsuzaka's outing tonight?
Struggling obviously early in the ballgame. Kind of a typical Daisuke start, wasn't it? I mean, they struggled early, bases loaded, they didn't score. Seemed to get a little bit better after that. He did give up the 3 runs in the 4th inning. High pitch count early. It's pretty much what we've come to expect.
More of those type starts than the others. As a fly ball high in the air to right, playable for Darnell McDonald. Ben Zobrist is out number 2 with the 7th inning. Carl Crawford has not been on base yet tonight. He was grounded out twice and struck out 0 for 3.
From Daisuke's point of view, had he been able to come out and not walk the bases loaded and throw so many pitches in the 1st inning, he'd probably still be in the ball game with a chance to maybe win it.
You think about the year that he was 18-3, and how many of those starts only went 5 or 6 innings. He was very fortunate. The bullpen helped him out a great deal, had a great earned run average. So many walks, and it was that same situation, just lined up great for him as far as what the bullpen could accomplish and the run support. Popped up, foul ground. We'll see if it comes back with the wind factor. Not enough. It's in the seats. Wind has died down here. Manny Del Carmen up in the pen.
Yeah, not quite as breezy now as it was at the start of the ball game. Very beautiful, comfortable night here at Fenway Park.
Foul tip off of Verita. And it's 1-2. Is that hurt?
Looks like Jason may have got this off the toe. There's just not enough padding for catches.
One-two pitch. Breaking ball and a swing and a miss. Crawford strikes out. The 1-2-3 7th inning. It's 3-1 Tampa Bay lead. It's time for Sports Desk Update with Cole Wright.
Casino, just 40 minutes away in Lincoln, Rhode Island, is a proud sponsor of Red Sox baseball on Nesson. During the 2010 season, Twin River will donate $100 to the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon for every Red Sox stolen base. Twin River Casino. So much, so close, so rewarding.
That Garza into the bottom of the 7th inning, holding a 2-run lead. Red Sox finally getting to him for a run in the 6th inning. Adrian Beltre leads it off. Bill Hall and then Jason Varitek. The trio expected here in the last of the 7th inning. Beltre 0 for 2 in the game tonight. He is flied out to the warning track in right field. And flied out to left. He's 0 for 2. There's a strike 1-1 to Beltre for Garza. 83 pitches as he works here in the 7th inning. Fouled off, 1-2. Beltre swinging at the first pitch in each of his first 2 at-bats, and now count of 1-2 as he bats here in the 7th inning, leading it off. Rays starter still in the game. Red Sox into their pen, and Scott Atchison. A nice 1-2-3 top half of the 7th inning out of the pen. A 1-2 pitch. 2-2. Bill Hall, then Jason Varitek in the 7th. To center, and a base hit for Adrian Beltre. 4th Boston hit of the night. Lead runner on in the 7th.
It's time now for the Coors Light Freeze Cam, and Bill Hall making a fine defensive play at second base, diving and from his knees throwing a runner out at first. Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frostproof Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Beltre at first base. Bill Hall 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Flied out deep to center field in the triangle area. In the 5th inning, Ben Zobrist making the catch back by the 4:20 marker. Ball 1. 94 from Garza. Still throwing hard here in the 7th. Has been very good late in games. Red Sox late in this one as they bat in the 7th inning, trailing by 2 runs. There's a strike, 1-1. Fastball again at 94. Breaking ball in the dirt, taken off for second as Beltre read away, and he'll get there. Blocked by Shopik. It kicks in front of him, and no hesitation from Beltre to take second.
Yeah, very good base running by Adrian Beltre. Read the ball in the dirt. Bounces. Very seldom the catches come up with that clean. And Beltre in the second base in scoring position. So very important right there, especially in a 2-run ball game.
Second time the Red Sox have had a runner in scoring position. Second at bat. The runner in scoring position, and a chance here for Hall. Jam flares a soft liner to the shortstop Bartlett for the first out here in the 7th inning. Unable to advance Beltre, one down. It's time for a game break in Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. So far, it's Tampa Bay on top here, 3-1. Red Sox with a runner at second and Adrian Beltre, one out. And Jason Varitek, the batter, is 1 for 2 in the game, a single in the 5th inning. Strike one over the inside corner. Varitek didn't think so. Outside, it's 1-1. Two pitches for Garza. There has been no action at any point yet in the pen, with the exception of a lot of work on their logos and artistic ability. They're starting to get involved out there now, though, is Varitek with a swing and a miss, 1-2.
And a little more serious as they get deeper into the ball game now, where that phone might be ringing at any moment.
Less art, more attention paying. Beltre at second base. Ball and 2 strikes to Jason Varitek. Still 1-2. Varitek, 5th in the American League, 7 home runs as a catcher. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 11th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout, a special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Boston Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. A very comfortable night here tonight at Fenway Park for them out there, as Red Sox trying to come from behind tonight, trailing 3-1, batting in the 7th. Garza again with a 1-2 pitch. Not close, 2-2. Beltre singled to begin the inning. Wild pitch got him to second. Hall lines out to short. 1 out. Runner at second base. And a 2-2 to Varitek. Thought about it, but doesn't pull the trigger, and it's a full count. They wanted to check, and they do. And Joe Crawford said he didn't go. Full count.
And I would certainly agree with Jerry Crawford on that. Not even close.
Varitek strikes out as they go up at 93. And he strikes out. It is the 5th K for Garza. 2 down in the 7th.
And that pitch may have been out of the strike zone. Looked like a high fastball that Veritek will chase. He asked the umpire after, was that ball up? And the umpire said yes. Not by very much, but not a strike.
2 down, Beltre at second base. And Darnell McDonald is popped out to short, flied out to right, 0 for 2 from the number 8 spot in the Red Sox order. Starts him off with a high fastball at 94. Garza about to throw his 100th pitch. As Mike Cameron waits on deck.
Red Sox Nation, if you need medical care while at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the last half of the 7th inning. Red Sox trailing by 2 runs. Action for the first time in the Tampa Bay pen. Grant Balfour is up. So he reviews who is coming up here in the batting order. Outside, 3-1.
102 pitches now on the night for Garza.
108 last time out in an 8-inning effort at San Diego in his victory. 117 his season high. Ball 4. McDonald down to first base. A lot of fastballs and a lot of them up for Garza in the inning. And Jim Hickey, the pitching coach, headed out. It's the second walk allowed by Garza in his outing.
The next time you're in the mood for lobster this summer, head over to Uno. They have terrific lobster dishes to choose from, including lobster wrap, lobster sliders, lobster flatbread, and so much more. Only at Uno, way deeper than pizza.
Here's our fella today. Someone reached in and grabbed it.
Two down here in the 7th inning. Runners at first and second. Mike Cameron coming up. Garza tries to work his way through the 7th inning. Cameron from his number 9 spot in the order tonight. Struck out looking in the 3rd. Popped out to the second baseman in the 6th inning. To right field. Joyce was shallow. He's got to go back. Still going, and he'll make the running catch. Took him to the corner and the warning track, but he makes the grab as the Red Sox strand a pair. It's 3-1 Tampa Bay at the end of 7.
Frank Webb's Bass Centers. For friendly, experienced guidance, find his showroom at frankwebb.com.
It is the eighth inning, 3-1, Tampa Bay on top of Boston as we head to the top of the eighth. And youngster from Springfield, Massachusetts, one of the Springfield Falcons. As we move along to the eighth, and Manny Del Carmen winning the game. Del Carmen's 33rd appearance, 2-2 record and 3.24 earned run average. 193 opponent batting average, and starts against Evan Longoria. With strike one to Longoria, who tonight is 0 for 3. He struck out, grounded out, and flied out to the warning track at center field. Through the right side and in right field. A base hit for Longoria. Well placed as he sends it right through that right side, and leadoff single to begin the eighth.
It's a very good approach by Longoria, especially when you've been struggling. Just try to get a base hit to the opposite field. Keep your shoulder on the ball, head on the ball, and Longoria drives it the other way for the base hit on the ground.
Action for the Rays, Joaquin Benoit, right-hander, longtime Texas Ranger. Carlos Pena stands in. His fourth plate appearance of the night, a walk, ground out, and a strikeout as he bats here in the eighth. Line towards right center field. It's going to get down and hop off the short wall. Longoria going to try and score all the way from first base. He will, as the Rays take a 4-1 lead. An RBI double and a bullet on a line to right center field for Carlos Pena. And the Rays are back on top by 3 again.
A bullet is exactly correct. This is a hard line drive that's going to one-hop that wall out of the Red Sox bullpen. There'll be a little bobble out here by Donnell McDonald, and once that happens, Longoria will be able to score easily from first base.
Pena at second base, so run in, nobody out. It's happened fast here to Del Carmen in the inning. Single, a double, a run batted in. Now a hot shot, knocked down by Euclid. Staying with it is Hall. Covering is Del Carmen, and safe. At first base is Matt Joyce as Pena takes third. Once it glanced off Euclid, became a very tough play. And Del Carmen covering the bag, but it took too long.
Yeah, it became a race between Del Carmen and Joyce going to first base, and Joyce is going to win that race. Bill Hall knew exactly who he had to throw it to. It was going to be the pitcher covering first base, but he's not there quite in time.
So it's a hit for Joyce and another hard hit ball off Manny Del Carmen. Action behind Del Carmen has Ramon Ramirez roaming in the Boston pen. 3 straight hits for the Rays, a run, and Tampa Bay now on top 4-1. First and third, nobody out, and John Jaso the batter. Ball 1 away. Del Carmen has now given up 5 runs in his last 3 outings. 1 inning pitched after giving up none in his previous 6 games, ranging 5 1/3 innings pitched. The last 3, he's been touched for at least 1 run as he falls behind 2-0.
Now tries back-to-back changeups, neither one of them for strikes. Changeup from Manny, 2 in a row, both down out of the strike zone.
Pena at third, Joyce at first. Nobody out. There's a strike. Poured in on the fastball at 95, 2-1. Just a 193 opponent batting average against Manny Del Carmen. Good for 13th among American League relievers. Sean Rodriguez waiting on deck. Rays tonight have 2 stolen bases. That choice was caught trying to steal back in the 5th inning by Jason Veritek. Inside, 3-1. And Farrell on the phone again. Check on Ramon Ramirez, who's been warming in the pen as Del Carmen falls behind 3-1 and has not yet recorded an out since coming in here in the 8th. In the dirt. And there's ball 4.
Immediately following the game tonight is WB Mason Extra Innings Live with TC and Jim Rice, where they'll break down the series finale against the Rays. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live.
So a run in, bases loaded, nobody out here in the 8th. And the infield coming in for the Red Sox, trying to keep this a 3-run deficit at the moment. And Sean Rodriguez, a single back in the 2nd inning, has had a 1-for-3 night for the Rays. Sends one foul down the right field line, out of play. Red Sox have just gotten a run in the bottom of the 6th inning to bring themselves within 2. But the Rays get another run here in the top of the 8th and now threatening for a lot more. It's 0-2.
Red Sox outfield really shading Rodriguez to the opposite field. Mike Cameron shading over. So is Darnell McDonald. A lot of green between the left fielder and center fielder.
In the dirt, and it's 1-2. The Yankees tonight have been defeated 7-0 by the Seattle Mariners, blanked. So if the Red Sox can come from behind tonight, it'll be a virtual tie atop the American League East. 1-2. Just off the outside edge. Veritek left it there for an extra second for Phil Cuzzy to take a look.
Looked like the ball was a little bit outside.
Bases filled with Rays. Nobody out in the 8th. On the ground and through into left field, a base hit. From third comes Pena. Joyce is going to try and score. The throw to the plate is not in time, and 2 runs in for the Rays as they take a 6-1 lead. And still no outs recorded by Manny Del Carmen, who has given up so far 3 runs in the 8th. And here comes Terry Francona with Tampa Bay now on top by 5. Runs. David Ortiz tried to bring the Red Sox closer and did with an RBI double in the 6th inning. It was 3-1 then, but the Rays so far have collected 3 runs in the 8th and lead it 6-1. Still in this top half of the 8th inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. And Ramon Ramirez into the game. His 33rd appearance, 4.91 earned run average, 243 opponent batting average, 22 Ks to 11 walks. Comes in with runners at first and second. And 3 runs in. And Del Carmen still responsible for the 2 Rays that are on. And Shopik shows bunt, offers throw to second, not going to be in time.
Well, Joe Madden not comfortable with a 5-run lead, has his catcher Kelly Shopik attempted to bunt and get 2 men in scoring position. Very common. You see a pickoff play at second base on a bunt attempt. That runner at second's trying to get a good jump.
Joe Madden getting advice, explaining why he's doing what he's doing. Yes, this is down low and outside, 1-1.
Telling the kid, I'd really like Kelly to bunt it to the third baseman, pull him off the bag, and that would secure my men at first and second.
Let mom know what the manager told him. What if mom says it seems like a really bad idea? The 1-1. Shopik gets it down, and it is Ramirez. Fires to first for the out, and the sacrifice is complete. To second and third go Jaso to third, Rodriguez to second. And that is just the first out. Jason Bartlett coming up. He's 0 for 3. He's flied out to right, struck out swinging, grounded out to shortstop. Infield in all the way around, as they have been for a while. That is 3 rough outings in a row for Manny Del Carmen.
Yeah, very rough outing tonight. The single, the double, another base hit, walk, base hit for 2 runs scored.
He's responsible for Jaso at third, Rodriguez at second. So far, touched for 3 runs without recording it out. Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Eastern Bank, awarded highest customer satisfaction in retail banking in the New England region by J.D. Power and Associates. It takes teamwork to bring home the trophy. One out here in the top half of the 8th inning. 6-1, Tampa Bay on top, second and third. And an 0-2 to Jason Bartlett. Gave up a single, a double, a single, a walk, and another single in the 5 batters that he faced, and gave up 3 runs. Bartlett to deep left. High, deep, and gone into the monster seats. A 3-run home run for Bartlett. And as the Rays break this one wide open on top, 9-1. Just the second home run of the year for Jason Bartlett.
Well, Joe Madden got more than he wanted there. He was sacrificing to get 2 men in the scoring position. Then he gets the 3-run home run from Jason Bartlett. Fastball that stayed up in the zone that time, and Bartlett finds the monster seats. So Tampa Bay has quickly broken this game open.
5 of the 6 runs in this inning are charged to Manny Del Carmen. Still just 1 out. 8th member of the Rays to bat in the inning. Ben Zobrist takes strike 1. Sending some ducking out, with the Red Sox trailing by 8 runs now in the 8th. One ball, 2 strikes. To Ben Zobrist, who singled back in the 4th inning. He's been on twice, a walk and a single. Ground ball right side at Bill Hall for the second out of the top of the 8th.
Get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery. Call 1-888-MY-GLOBE or go to bostonglobe.com/sports.
Only member of the Tampa Bay Rays not to have a base hit tonight is Carl Crawford. 0 for 4 after his 4-hit performance in last night's game. Tonight he's grounded out twice and struck out twice. Rays has a team with 9 hits. Warming in the Tampa Bay pen, and Garza's still hanging around the dugout. I'm not sure why you'd need him to come back. It's been a 25-minute wait for him also.
Well, they had Benoit up a little bit earlier.
To Hall at second base. And that will finally end the inning. But a 6-run 8th inning for Tampa Bay. Rays lead it 9-1.
And fill up on your absolute favorite fountain and frozen beverages for just 79 cents. Any size, any time. The Chill Zone, only at Cumberland Farms.
It's now 9-1. Gabe Kapler just activated before the ball game tonight. He's in right field defensively as we move along to the 8th. Moving from right to left is Matt Joyce. As Carl Crawford comes out of the game, and returning to the mound is Matt Garza. There's an 8-run lead to work with, a 25-minute wait for him as he gets ready for the bottom of the 8th. Pitch count up over 100 at 104. And it's the top of the Boston order, Marco Scutaro, to lead it off in the 8th inning. In there for a strike one. It did appear in the 7th that Garza, some of his fastballs were starting to get up, and perhaps he was tiring a little bit. You take into account that they've got an 8-run lead now, and he had a almost half an hour wait. Kind of wondering why he is back out on the mound for the 8th. They do have double-barreled action in the pen. Balfour was up earlier. He's up again. He's been joined by a left-hander, Randy Choate. One and two. Scutaro singled back in the first inning. He's fly to right, fly to center. 1 for 3 night against Garza. On the ground and a deep short. Hartley gets rid of it, but no chance to get Scutaro. Marco Scudero with his second hit of the night gets this 8th inning started.
Yeah, he extended his hitting streak to 7 games way back in the first inning with a base hit. Nice range shown there by Bartlett, but couldn't get anything at all on the throw. And Scudero picks up his second hit of the night.
th multi-hit game of the season for Marco Scudero at first base to begin the 8th. As Eric Patterson in his first game in a Red Sox uniform. Will start in left field. Got it into a double play. Flight out to center, was hit by a pitch. Takes ball 1 outside. To right for a base hit. The second base goes Scudero, and the first 2 have reached for Boston here in the 8th.
And that will be it for Gaza as Joe Madden makes it out to the mound. Back-to-back base hits to start off the 8th inning after a long wait. And Madden will make the move to the bullpen.
9-1 Tampa Bay on top.
By Safeco Insurance. After a day off tomorrow, the Red Sox get back to work on Friday against the Baltimore Orioles. It'll be the final home series for the Sox before the All-Star break. Boston will close out the first half of the season with 3 games in Tampa and 3 in Toronto before getting 3 days off for the 2010 Summer Classic in Anaheim.
First and second with Scudero at second base, Patterson at first base, nobody out in the 8th. Red Sox trailing by 8 runs as David Ortiz stands in and lines one towards the gap in right center field. Scudero will come around and score. Patterson will be waved around. It's a 2-run double for David Ortiz, and here come the Sox.
Well, David Ortiz has been the main man for the offense tonight. 3 runs batted in, a double back in the 6th inning to drive in a run, and now a double here in the 8th inning to drive in 2 runs. And it's going to be 1 and out for Choke.
Now 9-3 Tampa Bay as Balfour will make his way in. Plant City Electric's Red Sox Finals coming up from our Nesson HD Television Center. Into the game is Grant Balfour. His 31st appearance of the year, 1-1 record with a 1.69 earned run average. 31 strikeouts to 8 walks, a 211 opponent batting average against Balfour. Red Sox getting 2 runs back here in the 8th. David Ortiz at second base, still nobody out. Euclid takes strike 1 over the outside corner. Since May 22nd, Grant Balfour in 13 appearances has a 0.61 earned run average. Giving up just 1 earned run in 14 2/3 innings. A pretty big strikeout guy for the Rays. 209 strikeouts and 179 2/3 innings during his Rays career. In the last 3 years, holding opponents to a 198 batting average. Away 1-2. Euclid is 0 for 3 in the game. He has struck out twice and popped out to second base. Adrian Beltre waits on deck. Still nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Euclid may have gone. They're going to check no, says the first base umpire, Chris Scuccioni.
That's why you say no as a hitter and you look down and hope that the umpire says no.
Euclid with another opportunity. And he lifts it in the air to right center field. Moving over is Kapler, calling and catching. The first out of the inning is Ortiz tags and takes third base with 1 down in the 8th. So 0 for 4 tonight for Euclid. 1 down here in the 8th. A tough time against the Rays this season. Euclid's now 2 for 32 against Tampa Bay in the season series.
And I believe both those hits were home runs.
So 1 out, Ortiz at third base and Adrian Beltre the batter. It was flied out to right, flied out to left, and last time up, single to center field. Shopik out of his crouch to grab that. Jim Hickey coming out. A reminder to stay with us after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. Complete post-game coverage coming up. Garza's line tonight, 7 plus 6 hits, 3 runs. He walked 2, struck out 5. Did come out for the 8th, gave up back-to-back base hits, and those runners allowed to score. On a double by David Ortiz, who's provided all the Red Sox runs tonight, his 3 RBIs. He's at third base with 1 out. Beltre with a foul tip, 2-1. Randy Choate faced 1 batter. It was David Ortiz, and Ortiz doubled to drive in the runs. Choate responsible for Ortiz, who was at third base. Beltre pops it up foul, back and out of play. 2-2.
So far, all fastballs from Grant Balfour, and he's got a good one.
Ranked second all time among Australian-born pitchers. 235 games pitched. Behind Graham Lloyd, who pitched in 568 games in his major league career. Very defensive swing. He's kind of throwing his bat at it as Beltre diving across the plate to get a piece.
Does that quite a bit. He'll get a ball that's off the outside corner and not a strike, but somehow he's able to make some contact with it and foul it off.
Up, foul, back and out of play. David Ortiz at third base with one out in the eighth, 2 runs in. Beginning for the Rays in the top half of this inning, scoring 6 times in the eighth. 2-2 to Beltre. Fly ball to deep center field. Back goes Zobrist at the warning track to make the catch. Tagging at third and scoring is Ortiz with the 4th Boston run of the night. Beltre gives it a ride, but he is on number 2 of the inning and is now 9-4.
I'll tell you, Zobrist amazes me. You know, this guy can play infield, can play outfield. He got a great jump on that ball from Adrian Beltre. It looked like it was going to be over his head. But he's able to go back and make a jump and make the catch. Very valuable guy. Come in, play the infield, plays the solid outfield.
An all-star for the first time last year. Beltre retired, but picks up an RBI's 53rd now of the year. It's 9-4. And a swing and a miss for Bill Hall. Hall struck out back in the second inning, flied out to the warning track and center in the 5th, and then lined out softly as he got jammed to the shortstop in the 7th inning.
Back-to-back sliders from Balfour to Bill Hall, and quickly ahead 0-2.
In the dirt, and it's 1-2. A run that scored David Ortiz coming in with the 4th run is charged to Randy Choate. 3 runs charged to Garza, 1 to Choate. Balfour has retired the 2 batters he has faced since coming in, Youkilis and Beltre. Now ahead of Hall, 1-2. And he strikes him out to end the inning. The Red Sox scored 3 times. But at the end of 8, it is 9-4 Tampa Bay.
donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox.
9-4, Tampa Bay on top of the Red Sox as we head to the 9th inning. And making his debut is Gustavo Molina, comes in defensively for Jason Varitek to catch the top of the 9th inning, working with Ramon Ramirez, who worked in the 8th and is back out there for the 9th inning. Molina selected to the Red Sox Major League active roster from the Pawtucket Red Sox before last night's game. His first Major League stint with the club. There's ball one to Evan Longoria, who leads it off as he did in the 8th. He sent 9 men to bat, scored 6 times in the 8th inning. Gustavo Molina, 19 Major League games over parts of 2 years with the Chicago White Sox in 07, the Orioles in 07, and the Mets in 08. This one chopped back to the mound. Ramirez fields and throws, one down in the 9th. Action for the Rays. Joaquin Benoit is back up again. After Garza left, we saw Choate and Balfour. One out for Carlos Pena. Pena with a double and an RBI in the 8th inning. A line drive bullet to right field at one hop, the short wall in front of the bullpens. And he knocked in the 4th run for the Rays, and that really got it all started in that 8th inning, a 6-run 8th. For Pena, his 50th RBI of the season. Now he's got a base hit going the other way. And his 2nd hit of the night, 3rd time he's been on base. 1-out single for Carlos Pena in the 9th.
Of course, he had that big hit in the 8th inning, a double, a drive, and a run. Now goes to the opposite field on a line. So good solid contact by Pena in 2 consecutive at-bats.
One out, one on for Matt Joyce. Started the game in right field defensively. Now the left fielder. On base 4 times, has 1 base hit. He's walked twice, been hit by a pitch, and reached on an infield hit in the 8th. Red Sox have tomorrow off. The Rays do not, as they head to Minnesota to begin a 4-game series against the Minnesota Twins. First time ever they've been to Target Field. In there for a strike, and it's 2-1.
Well, it seems like forever since we've been there.
Yes, it does. Andy Sonnenstein has joined Joaquin Benoit. Saw Sonnenstein in last night's game. Deep center field. Cameron going back. It's over his head and off the wall. There's the Karen bare-handed as Pena will go to 3rd on a double by Matt Joyce. And it's 2nd and 3rd with 1 out for Tampa Bay in the 9th.
5 times he's been on base in this ball game tonight. A couple of walks. He's been hit by a pitch, a single, and now a double. And this double ricochets right off that center field wall about halfway up. So the Rays have put on their hitting shoes tonight.
2nd and 3rd, 1 down. And John Chaseau, the batter. This one's been on twice, single and a walk. 2 for 4 tonight. This outside, 1-1. Dice came out. Suzuki gives up 3 runs. Manny Del Carmen 5 runs. And the run so far charged to Ramirez. Ground ball, second base. Hall's coming home, and the tag from Molina is in time. Will Hall coming plateward. And they are able to get Pena at the plate. Gustavo Molina applies the tag. 2 down.
Not an easy play to make. It's a play that is very seldom practiced by players. Infield in. Throws a little bit up the line, but it's there in time to get the sliding Tampa Bay Ray coming home. Anybody with a little more speed than Pena may have been safe.
First and third, 2 down in the inning. And Sean Rodriguez, the batter. He has 2 hits in the game, both singles. He's driven in 2 runs. As he takes ball 1 from Ramirez. The 5 runs given up by Manny Del Carmen, which were in the 8th inning, tied a career high for Del Carmen in runs allowed. Oddly, he did it in the postseason, and that was also against the Tampa Bay Rays, oddly enough. Popped up. All the second baseman calling on the dirt of the infield will make the catch. Rays are gone in the 9th. Red Sox coming up in the bottom of the 9th, but it's 9-4 Tampa Bay. The ballpark, looking in on a late night at Fenway Park. 9-4, the Tampa Bay Rays on top of the Red Sox as we head to the last of the 9th inning. And the Texas Ranger Joaquin Benoit into the game, his 23rd appearance. A 0.86 ERA. He's been good for the Rays, just a 118 on batting average. And how about the strikeout to walk ratio? 31 Ks to 4 walks. Gustavo Molina to lead it off as he took over defensively last inning for Jason Varitek. That's for the first time. Ball one. Molina appearing in 21 games with the Pawtucket Red Sox, a .239 average, 3 homers, 7 runs batted in. Check swing foul, and it's a ball and a strike to Molina. Signed by Boston as a minor league free agent in January. As I mentioned earlier, 4 for 34 in 19 major league games over parts of 2 seasons. White Sox, Orioles, and Mets. Molina hits a fly ball out to deep right field. Kapler on the run. We'll get there. Good running catch by Kapler takes him back to the warning track for the first out of the 9th inning.
Well, we've seen the back of a lot of the Tampa Bay Rays outfielders, but they've been making the plays. Gabe Kapler the latest. Going hard back toward the warning track. Calls off his center fielder Zobrist and makes the play.
One out in the 9th. And it brings up Darnell McDonald, who has popped out to short, flied out to right, and walked. Foul down the right field line, 0-2. Cameron waiting on deck. 1 out, bottom of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss. McDonald down on strikes. 2 down in the 9th. 7 strikeouts for Rays pitching. Here comes Mike Cameron with 2 down in the 9th inning. Cameron has struck out, popped out, flied out, 0 for 3 from the number 9 spot in the Red Sox order. Field line and foul for Cameron. A ball and a strike to the Red Sox center fielder. Rays dropping game 1 of this series, but bouncing back tonight here in game 2. Very good pitching from Matt Garza. Really kept the Red Sox at bay through 7 innings. For pitching into the 8th, giving up a couple of hits and a couple of runs scored, but 7 innings, 3 runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks. Garza will pick up his 9th victory of the year if the Rays can wrap it up here with 2 outs in the 9th. There is strike 2, 2-2.
And it'll tighten things up a little bit in the American League East. The Yankees will lead by a game over the Red Sox and 2 games over Tampa Bay. See, Toronto's fallen 8 back at 40-38 on the season.
Benoit with a 2-2 to Cameron. Very high, ball 3. Through 2 pitch to Cameron. Line into center field, a base hit for Cameron. And hangs in there, and the Red Sox still breathing in the 9th with 2 down.
Well, it took him to his last at bat, but Cameron now extends a hitting streak to 5 games. as he takes a line drive back up the middle of center field.
So a 2-out base runner, another chance for Marco Scutaro, who has 2 hits tonight, 2 for 4. On the ground towards shortstop, Jason Bartlett will go to first. And the Rays will take game 2 of this series as the Red Sox and Rays split a brief 2-game series. And tonight, Red Sox not able to do much with Garza for the most part of this game, Jerry.
No, Garza was very good, as he usually is against the Boston Red Sox. But it was the Red Sox bullpen that didn't help out tonight. It was still a ball game. Late in the game, a 3-1 game, all of a sudden it just blew up in the 8th inning with 6 runs. And the Red Sox were not able to contain this offense of Tampa Bay tonight.
So it is a win for Garza, who's now